Welcome to This Explainer. I am absolutely thrilled you're joining me today. We are going to be diving into something that is incredibly close to our hearts at American Wellness Center, located right here in Dubai Healthcare City. Today, we're exploring stuttering and fluency therapy, specifically tailored for adolescents over 12 and adults. In our experience at American Wellness Center, we know that finding your voice and feeling truly comfortable using it is simply one of the most liberating experiences a person can possibly have.
Regaining control isn't just some nice abstract concept, right? It's literally the core philosophy that drives everything we do. When it comes to communication, too many people feel like they're just surviving their daily interactions. They're getting by, pushing through the daily struggle of speaking, but they definitely aren't enjoying it. We firmly believe that every single person deserves not just to survive their conversations, but to truly thrive in them, to express their authentic selves with real joy and total confidence.
Okay, let's dive into this. If you are an adolescent or an adult who stutters, I want you to really think about your day-to-day experience. Does speaking feel like this massive physical or mental workout? Does the unpredictability of getting caught on a word cause a giant knot in your stomach before you even open your mouth? What we consistently see with the patients we support is that this unpredictability is often the most exhausting part. It completely drains your energy and your confidence. But, and this is crucial, it absolutely does not have to be this way. To change that narrative, it really helps to know exactly who is in your corner. Since our inauguration back in 2016, American Wellness Center has actually grown to a team of roughly 60 highly qualified Western-trained clinicians. We're a multidisciplinary healthcare facility dedicated entirely to evidence-based care. That basically means when you walk through our doors or log into a session online, you are backed by a massive collaborative brain trust that is entirely dedicated to your success.
When we talk about stuttering, we really have to look way below the surface. It's kind of like a giant iceberg. People who don't stutter, well, they usually only hear the repetitions, right at the tip. What they don't see submerged below is the intense anxiety building up before a simple phone call, or the rapid mental gymnastics used to swap out a difficult word for an easier one, or the paralyzing fear of being judged during a work presentation. We know that stuttering affects your academic performance, your professional growth, and your emotional well-being. It is so much more than just the flow of words.
So that brings us to a huge, absolutely crucial reframe. Stuttering is not just a speech issue. Actually, scratch that. It's a highly complex physical and emotional loop involving the precise timing of your vocal cords, physical tension, your breath control, and your internal emotional responses. All of these factors are constantly influencing each other in real time. By fully understanding this, we remove the stigma. It's not some character flaw. It's a physiological and emotional loop that we can actually untangle and manage together. Now, what's really interesting about this is how we can break down those specific physical mechanics our patients frequently face. You might experience a profound difficulty simply initiating speech, literally hitting a brick wall trying to get that very first sound out. You might feel immense physical tension locking up your jaw, your lips, or your throat. Or perhaps you experience sudden blocks, where the airflow just stops entirely, especially during high-stakes moments like introducing yourself. Recognizing these specific physical roots is the very first step toward dismantling them. This leads us to a very common frustration, and honestly a question we hear almost every single day at the clinic: why in the world was my speech perfectly fine this morning, but a total struggle this afternoon? The variability of stuttering can feel maddening. Patients often tell us they feel like they must be doing something wrong when their fluency drops. The real answer lies in how incredibly sensitive your speech system is to your internal and external world. A bad night's sleep, looming deadlines, or just talking to an authority figure instantly cranks up physical tension. And as we learned earlier, tension is the absolute enemy of smooth timing and breath control. This is a completely normal physiological response. Understanding that your fluency will naturally fluctuate based on these factors really helps to remove the self-blame.
Because stuttering is so multi-layered, our treatment absolutely has to be too. Old traditional therapy focused almost entirely on just practicing words and correcting vocal cords. But at American Wellness Center, we take a fully holistic approach. We blend behavioral techniques with cognitive and emotional strategies. We don't just treat the stutter, we treat the entire person. We address the fear and the anxious thoughts surrounding communication, right alongside the physical coordination of your breath and your voice. To pull that off, we build a highly customized therapeutic toolkit for you. We use fluency shaping to help you build smooth speech from the ground up. We teach stuttering modifications, so when you inevitably do hit a block, you know exactly how to move right through it with less tension. And we integrate mindfulness to manage baseline anxiety. all of it paced strictly to your comfort level in a remarkably safe and totally non-judgmental space.
And, if that emotional burden is feeling particularly heavy, we absolutely have the resources to support you. We have over 20 different medical and mental health specialties right in-house at American Wellness Center. Because we are a multidisciplinary center, our speech therapists work hand in hand with our incredible psychologists and psychiatrists. If underlying anxiety or deep-seated confidence issues are holding you back, we seamlessly collaborate to provide comprehensive care that supports every single facet of your well-being. Which brings us to one of the biggest misconceptions we encounter. A lot of people genuinely believe that if they didn't somehow cure their stutter as a child, well, they're just stuck with it for life. We see so many adults who have completely resigned themselves to a lifetime of frustrating communication because they think they've just aged out of finding help. So the crucial point is this. Yes, it absolutely can improve. Adolescents and adults experience incredibly significant, meaningful improvements in our programs all the time. Furthermore, stuttering can actually reemerge or even begin in adulthood due to high stress, illness, or neurological changes. The mature brain is highly adaptable. Through structured awareness, applying the right techniques, and focused confidence building, adults can dramatically rewire how they approach and execute their speech. I want to pause here for a second and speak directly to those of you who have carried this since you were young. Maybe you went to therapy as a kid and absolutely hated it, or maybe you never even had the opportunity. It is deeply, deeply understandable if you feel a sense of embarrassment or hesitation about walking into a clinic as a 30, 40, or 60-year-old to ask for help with your speech. Please hear me when I say, it is not too late, not at all. What we consistently see with the patients we support is that many adults walk through our doors seeking therapy for the very first time. And because they are highly motivated and ready to do the work, they experience totally life-changing improvements. Our environment in Dubai Healthcare City is strictly confidential, deeply respectful, and tailored entirely for mature patients. You are in expert hands. Let's move ahead and see how this builds in the real world. So what do these tools actually achieve? Well, with consistent therapy, you are going to gain much more than just smoother speech. You'll notice a massive reduction in physical exhaustion by the end of the day. You'll develop the emotional resilience to ensure a momentary block doesn't ruin your whole afternoon. Ultimately, you will participate fully in your life, speaking up in meetings, introducing yourself proudly, and feeling a deep sense of control that completely replaces your old fear. Our guiding star for all of our therapists here is simple. The ultimate aim is not clinical perfection. We are definitely not trying to turn you into a robot who never ever hesitates. The true goal is comfortable, confident, and authentic communication. We want you to be able to say exactly what you want to say, exactly when you want to say it, all while feeling like your true, authentic self. Getting started is incredibly straightforward and honestly entirely unintimidating. Your very first step with American Wellness Center is simply a relaxed, completely confidential conversation with one of our therapists about your specific challenges and goals. From there, we design a highly personalized, structured therapy plan just for you. And best of all, you're going to leave that first session with practical strategies you can start applying immediately in your daily life. Whether you prefer to see us in person in Dubai or online, we make it completely accessible. I really want to leave you with this final thought today. You have a voice that deserves to be heard, without the burden of constant struggle. You don't have to navigate this alone, and you certainly don't have to just survive your conversations anymore. So what does this all mean for you? Are you ready to finally regain control, step out of the shadows of hesitation, and fully embrace confident communication? The tools, the expertise, and the support are waiting for you right here. Thank you so much for exploring this vital topic with me today. Take that first step, and let's start thriving.